You are watching Climate Change. Here you hear about the most resonant events about the climate, cataclysms, various natural phenomena, and incidents on Earth. These days it is very difficult to work as usual because of the war in Ukraine, where we live. Often we have to run for cover when the sirens are wailing due to irate alerts. But as far as possible, we will talk about events related to the topic of our channel. And now we begin our release. Get ready. Unseasonably cold weather has hit parts of Europe after warmer than usual temperatures in previous weeks have led to a rapid greening of flora. The damage of agriculture is widespread, but it does not seem to be as severe as last year, when a similar episode of cold occurred. More affected countries were France, Germany, Spain, and Austria. Temperatures dropped from 11 to 18 degrees Celsius below normal, causing severe frost and hitting early flowering plants and crops in several countries. Minimum temperatures in France have dropped to minus 1.5 degrees Celsius, the country's coldest morning since 1947, according to data provided by Meteo France. While Mourmelon, in the Marne department east of Paris, recorded a record temperature of minus 9.3 degrees Celsius, France's mountainous regions recorded minus 21.5 degrees Celsius, setting a new April record. For France, April from 1 to 3 were the coldest first 3 days since at least 1913, according to a French meteorologist. Growers in the affected regions lit candles, sprayed water, and used wind turbines to shield their crops from freezing temperatures. And now we invite you to subscribe to our Telegram channel. Follow the link in the description below. Thank you. The World Health Organization has stated that 99% of the world's population breathes unhealthy air. Its findings are based on studies that use satellite data, mathematical models, and ground-based measurements that have been made as a record number of more than 6,000 cities in 117 countries now monitor air quality. Despite close scrutiny, WHO reports that people living in these areas still in healthy level of fine particulate matter and nitrogen dioxide, and that people in low and middle income countries suffer the highest doses. The WHO is calling for more action to reduce the use of fossil fuels, which can generate pollutants that cause breathing problems and lead to millions of preventable deaths each year. It states that almost the entire population of the globe breathes air that exceeds acceptable air quality standards and contains particles can penetrate deep into the lungs, enter the veins and arteries, and cause disease. Air quality is lowest in the WHO Eastern Mediterranean and Southeast Asia regions, followed by Africa. After Russian rocket attacks devastated some of the cages, the animals at Ukraine's oldest zoo will be tragically euthanized. Since Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, is only 64 kilometers from the Russian border, it has been heavily damaged by enemy troops. The zoo is located on the northern outskirts of the city, much closer to the border. The deputy of the Verkhovna Rada and the creator of the Kharkiv Eco Park believes that it's impossible to save animals from the devastated territory of the zoo. After Russian bombing, a devastated Ukrainian zoo puts all its animals to sleep. Large animals will be euthanized, according to a deputy and owner of an eco park in Kharkiv, because they cannot be saved after the zoo has been damaged. The attraction was destroyed by Russian bombardment. Since there is no way to remove or more large animals, they will be euthanized. According to zoo website, it contains about 6,000 animals. In a video message, the deputy delivered the heartbreaking news of what had happened, as well as the terrible news that salvation was doubtful. He declared, "Eco Park is no more." The animal cages were demolished as far as the entry infrastructure, but the tigers and lions somehow survived. Their enclosures are badly damaged and they can leave at any time. The building in which the bears live is in a deplorable state and a decision will have to be made today. He told zookeepers they had until the evening to April 6 to decide whether to euthanize or relocate them. The director of the zoo said they have nowhere else to take the animals, but they plan to save some of them, such as young big cats. However, he said that all adult animals are likely to be euthanized because they cannot be saved or relocated. A month after Kiev, zoos created the modern Noah's Ark. The painful choice was made to destroy the animals. The animals were rescued from a shelter in Kiev and arrived safely in Poland after a horrific 6-day journey. The phrase euthanasia refers to a killing technique that reduced the suffering, anguish, and anxiety of an animal before it passes out. Killing healthy animals when no other treatment option can be found is one of the most difficult euthanasia options veterinarians have to do. We ask you to consider understanding our English voice and pronunciation because we first try ourselves in such a format. Our release has come to an end. Please share your thoughts in comments. Send us your recorded videos of natural phenomena and incidents to the mail indicated in the description. Subscribe to the channel and rate this video. See you next time, but for now be vigilant, do not be indifferent to others, and take care of life.